Good morning, Tahmina Khan is here in TKMaths S1. In today's video, we will see a question on integration, which will cover the aspect of integration by substitution and the area of a shaded region. This question I've taken from March 22, variant 3 to question 11. It is a part of the syllabus of A-level Mathematics P3. If you will go on my website address, you will see in the heading of challenging question, I have listed down all the topics of the A-level maths. And if you just click on any topic, you will see all the videos I have uploaded in the topic so far. And whatever I will make in future will be saved in this automatically. So it is a good source of revision. Now, if you see according to the syllabus of integration, we have 6 aspects we need to know. In this video, I'm covering the last point, which is use a given substitution to simplify and evaluate either a definite or an indefinite integral. You need to recall here double angle identities, which will be given to you in MF19, which is a formula sheet, right, in the exam. But the point here is that you should know what to apply, when to apply. So you will need to apply this in the given question. These, if you see cos 2x double angle is mentioned in 3 forms. The reason is if you replace sine square x by 1 minus cos square x, right? If you write here 1 minus cos square x, it will become this form. And if you apply instead of cos square x, 1 minus sine square x, it will take this form. So we apply these as it is required, and we will see it here. Now this is the question given to you. In this given question, the important thing is that maximum point M on the curve is between 0 and pi by 2, which is given in the question and which is mentioned on the diagram. Whenever the question says maximum point or minimum point, it reminds us that the rate of change is 0 there. It means dy over dx will be 0. So this is an indirect hint here. So when we will try to find out this x coordinate of point M, we will differentiate it, this given equation, and then we will put it equals to 0 to solve it. Now, sin x times cos 2x remind us product formula. And product formula we know is u v prime plus v u prime. So I'm taking sin x as u and cos 2x as v, which I have taken here. So cos 2x is equals to minus 2 sin 2x. So I will just substitute these values in the formula here. You can see v prime, you can see u prime here. Now after that, I am simply simplifying it with the help of double angle formula and equating it to 0. The reason dy over dx is the rate of change, and at the maximum point rate of change is 0. So now if you see here, sin 2x is equals to 2 sin cos x, sin x cos x. This 2 I have taken out here. And if you see cos 2x, I am taking it as 1 minus 2 sin square x. Now, question may come in your mind why I'm not using the other 2 forms. So you can use other 2 forms, and automatically you realize which one you need to solve, use it to solve the question, right? So of course nobody knows in first attempt what to use. So you can apply any one you want out of 3 formula, and you will realize which one you can use here to solve it further. Okay, so now it will become minus 4 sin square x cos x plus cos x minus 2 this. So I have simply expanded the formula here. Now you see this form and this form, the black and blue, are basically like terms. So minus 4 minus 2 is equals to minus 6. This is how I realized when I was seeing the formula which one to apply. I said, okay, so if I apply this form, it will be similar to this and I will be able to solve. So this is how I got the hint. After that, I'm taking the common factor out, which is cos x. So now we all know when the product of 2 functions equals to 0, we put each one of them equals to 0 one by one. So I'm putting cos x equals to 0 and I'm putting this equals to 0. Now cos x equals to 0, I mean, you don't need a calculator. You should have graph or a sketch of cos x in your mind, and you know which values it will be equal to. So it will be equals to what? 0 or pi by 2. Pi by 2 and 2 pi by 3. but we have to take values which are in the first quadrant. So I will consider this. And when I start solving this one, remember ASTC thing? Okay. So I am taking sine x is equals to 1 over root 6. Now here I got pi by 2 and here I got 0.421. Now if you see the question, if you see here, it says between 0 to pi by 2. That shows that pi by 2 is right. But actually m is less than pi by 2. So that's why I have written there rejected. So I'm rejecting this value. So my x value or the x coordinate of the maximum point is 0.421. So this is how you will solve the first part of the question. Now in the second part of the question, you have to find out the area of this shaded region, right? And we know when we integrate a function, we get the area. And question is saying between the curve and the x-axis. So I need to know these limits. This limit is known, which is 0, but the other limit is unknown. So we have to find this limit first, because when we will integrate this function, which I have given here in blue handwriting, when I will integrate this, I need to apply limits. And then there is another thing in this question that you have to use the substitution. So it's a tricky question basically. It has many aspects to cover. So let's find out this x-intercept first of all. So what comes in your mind? How will you find out? You know, on the x-axis, the y-coordinate is 0. So if I put y0 here, I will be able to get that value. So I will take now sine x equals to 0 and cos 2x equals to 0, right? Now, if you recall the sine graph, this is the shape, right? So which angle will give you 0? It is 0. I will not consider the other because it was given x is in between 0 and pi by 2, right? And you can see from here also. Similarly, cos 2x equals to 0. If you recall this sketch of the cos, you know cos 0 is at pi by 2, right? So that's why 2x is equals to pi by 2 and x is equals to pi by 4. It means this value is pi by 4. So you know your limits. Limits are 0 to pi by 4. Okay. Now, after that, we have to find the area under the curve. So this was the equation and my limits are 0 to pi by 4. Now question is saying use the substitution u is equals to cos x. Okay. It is given to you in the first line. U is equals to cos x. Now, if you know, when we are using substitution method, the first thing is whatever the substitution is given to you, differentiate it with respect to the variable here. It is x. So du over dx, I'm differentiating. So I got here du is equals to minus sine x dx. So this is usually and most of the time is replaced in the question. So now if I look at the question, I see, okay, sine x dx is here, right? So I can replace this sine x sine x dx by minus du. But what about this cos 2x? So that's why I am applying here the identity double angle. And why I'm taking this form? Because cos x can be taken as u. So cos square x will be taken as u square. So this will become 2 cos square x minus 1. So I'm writing it together. Now I will replace this by u square and this by minus du. But what is this? When I'm changing the whole question in x into u, it means the limit will also change because these limits are for x, not for u, right? So in this substitution thing, I am taking x0. So when I take x0, cos 0 is equals to 1. So my u will be 1. So I will replace 0 by 1. And when I take pi by 4 here, cos pi by 4 is equals to 1 over root 2. So here I will write 1 over root 2. So this is how I will change the limits. So I hope you understood this. And like I said, cos square x is u square. So whole question will be solved easily now. Minus is going outside. Now it is a simple integration. right? So 2u square will become 2u cube over 3 minus u because it is with respect to variable u, and I will apply the limits in it. You see, we have to give the exact answer. Was the question saying give answer in exact form? Let me see. Yes, it is saying give answer in the exact form. So again, I cannot do it in one go with the help of calculator. So I'm substituting the values and then I am simplifying it slowly, right? So choice is yours. And after that, you will write in this form. If you want to take out 1 over 3 common out, you can write in this form also. Doesn't matter. Both are all right. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please press like and subscribe button and share with your friends. Take care. Allah Hafiz.